If you are struggling with your fundamentals in badminton, I am pretty sure that you are doing one of these 5 common mistakes. Literally everyone can learn to play the long backhand. It's not about having the big muscles, it's about having the right fundamental, which is the right technique. Fixing your fundamentals in badminton is always the best thing you can do to improve your game. No racket, no shoe or anything else can help you doing that. Alright, so let's dive into all of the mistakes. Let's start with mistake number 1, tensing up in your entire body. I think we can all agree that this probably doesn't look right. The problem here we saw was that I was tense throughout my entire movement, from my preparation to my recovery. When you tense up in your entire body, that's where you lose your power and you lose this explosiveness when you're hitting the shuttle. Imagine you trying to run with your entire body tense. That's probably not that comfortable, right? What I want you to focus on is having the exact same movement, but adding the explosiveness just when you hit the shuttle. So one way to practice this is basically just getting a lot of lifts from your partner, and then you have to focus on being super relaxed and adding this explosiveness just before you hit the shuttle. Try to get as close to the shuttle as possible. That's where you want to add your explosiveness. Mistake number 2, not using your non-playing arm for balance. As you can see in this case, I'm not really using my left arm for balance. It was pretty much too close to my body. Imagine that I ask you to stand on one leg with your eyes closed. Would you do it with your arms closed? Not really, right? You would have your arms out here for balance. In badminton, it's exactly the same. That's why I want you to use your non-playing arm when you're doing your shots. So if we're talking about the net lift, how I would use my left arm is really getting the balance, so it pretty much looks like this. Mistake number 3, your lunges are too stiff. Imagine at the gym, you wouldn't do lunges with a stiff leg, right? It doesn't look like this. No, you would bend your knee so your lunges look like this. And for badminton, it's exactly the same when you move, for example, towards the net or whatever shot you move towards. You need your knees to be bended. So having a great lunge on court is super useful in your court coverage and also your recovery time away from the corner, because you're able to push away with your great lunge. I know it isn't easy at first, but I promise you this will change your game. We can't not talk about the grip in badminton. That is of course super important. I see so many beginners and intermediate players starting with the pan grip, and I totally understand that. When you're new to badminton, it's so easy to start with the pan grip. We've done a video on all the badminton grips that I think are important in badminton. So that's the forehand, the backhand, the bevel and the pan grip. The video you can find up here. So mistake number 5 and the last one, that's really a mindset thing that I want you to focus on. And it's focusing on the progress and the process instead of where your shuttle is landing when you practice. I see so many players when they're practicing, they're focusing on the outcome. What I mean by that is, for example, when they practice their net lifts, they are focused on where the shuttle is landing instead of focusing on the technique. The technique is so much more important than where your shuttle is landing on that specific shot. Maybe right now, doing the wrong thing is actually helping you win a lot of matches, but I promise you, if you focus on doing the right thing, in the long run, it's gonna help you so much more. Badminton isn't an easy game. There's so many things to master. That's why I think this sport is beautiful. So we've been through the 5 mistakes that I've seen the most in my 20 years in badminton. I really hope you liked the video, and if you did, please leave a comment and also subscribe to our YouTube channel.